Hello, friends. Remember, when your parents punish you and cut off your allowance, you get angry and think about leaving home, but you still can't wipe your own ass. That's exactly Iran's military industry story. Instead of just mowing lawns, they built UAVs that can fly 1,000 miles. But why? Let's explain. But how about a like and subscribe? The year is 1980. Iran just had a revolution, and they're at war with Iraq. They need weapons, they need spare parts, they need anything. That goes boom. But here's the problem, nobody will sell to them. The US? No. Europe? Absolutely not. Russia? Not even picking up the phone. Iran's military engineers are looking at broken F-14 Tomcat jets, thinking, I guess we're doing this ourselves now. And that's exactly what they did. Fast forward to December 2011. A US-made RQ-170 Sentinel UAV, one of America's fanciest spy toys, is flying over Iranian airspace when something goes wrong. It crashes. And Iran suddenly has the holy grail of modern surveillance technology in its hands. Normal countries say cool and put it in a museum, Iran said. Let's take this apart and figure out how it works. In 2013, they unveiled their own version. Did it work perfectly at first? Probably not. But the point is they built it from scratch, while under the heaviest sanctions in modern history. Things get interesting here. Iran starts producing the Shahed series, cheap, simple, and oddly effective UAVs. Think of them as the IKEA furniture of military drones. Not fancy, but gets the job done. For example, the Shahed 136 costs about $20,000 to produce. Let's compare. A US Tomahawk missile? Around $2 million. You do the math. These aren't Hollywood AI-targeted 4K camera super tech UAVs. They're basically flying scooters with explosives. But if you can send 50 of them for the price of one, the rules of the game change. While the world was watching the UAVs, Iran was quietly building the Middle East's largest missile arsenal. And I mean quietly, most of these facilities are deep underground, carved into mountains, just like Bond villains. Sanctions missiles can hit targets 2,000 kilometers away. Khaybar Shekin? Even further, these aren't crude Scud copies anymore. We're talking precision-guided, hard-to-intercept, mobile-launched missiles from anywhere. How did they do it? Reverse engineering, trial and error, and probably a lot of explosions that didn't go as planned. But sanctions have one characteristic: they force innovation. If you can't buy it, you learn to make it. Then came the Ukraine war. Suddenly Russia, who had kept Iran at arm's length for decades, comes knocking. Hey, remember those Shahed UAVs you make? We need a few thousand. And just like that, Iran went from regional player to global arms supplier. Reports say Russia bought hundreds, maybe thousands of these UAVs. In return, technology sharing, satellite data, advanced radar systems. This is the world's weirdest business partnership, and it's reshaping global military dynamics. Here's the uncomfortable truth. 40 years of sanctions didn't stop Iran's military program. On the contrary, it turbocharged it. They went from, we can't even fix our old American jets, to, we're exporting military technology to Russia. Can they build an F-35? No. Do they have America's defense budget? Not even close. But what they did create is a low-cost, mass-producible arsenal that doesn't need fancy supply chains or foreign parts. Asymmetric warfare, 101. You can't beat the big guy by copying him. You change the rules of the game. Here we are in 2026. Iran has UAVs, missiles, and underground factories that intelligence services probably still don't fully understand. They turned isolation into innovation, sanctions into a selling point. Is this technology cutting edge? Not really. Is it effective? Disturbingly so. And that's the story nobody expected. The country that was supposed to collapse under pressure didn't. Instead, it built its own arsenal bolt by bolt, crash by crash, sanction by sanction. Whether that's impressive or terrifying probably depends on where you're standing. Do you think Iran has other weapons similar to UAVs? Let's meet in the comments.